Hey guys, welcome back. As you can probably tell, it is that time again. I have just started getting ready for a flight. I'm actually going on a 6-day trip this time. It is a destination I've been to before, but it is one of my favorite destinations, so I'm sure you can probably guess what it is. It is a bit of a shorter trip this time, so I thought I would just bring you guys along basically for the whole trip. So I'll just fill you in about how it all goes. So I have about finished getting ready. I actually am ready way too early, but my passport is actually just been renewed. So I'm trying to see if I can quickly go pick that up from the consulate before I sign in today, or if it's better just to wait and pick it up when I get back. Just because of things like the gen deck and things like that. I don't know if my old passport number is still on that, or if it's like enough time to update it, or if it isn't. So I have emailed crew support to check, and I guess I will find out. But it is still super early. I don't have to be at the airport till about 2:15. I will just be getting an Uber into the city and then getting the bus into the airport today. So it will take me a little bit longer to get there, and I'm usually there a bit early. But yeah, ready bright and early for this trip today. So our first trip is off to Brisbane, and we will be flying on the A330. So I'll see you guys there. Because this is a shorter trip, I'm just going to be taking my little wheelie. No check-in. Hey guys, and welcome to my hotel room in Brisbane. I have just had a bath and crawled into bed because I am absolutely exhausted. Sorry if my voice sounds a little bit funny. I do have my sleeping plate in. I'm just so ready for bed, honestly. It just ended up being a long day. We landed early, and it was actually a really nice flight being back in economy. I did have a really lovely passenger who I served the pre-departure drinks to in business though, and we had a good chat. And at the end of the flight, he was like, "Where were you?" And I was like, "Oh, I was down the back today." But yeah, it was a really lovely flight. I enjoyed being in economy again. I felt useless. I felt bad. I was like, guys, just yell at me, tell me what to do, and I'll do it, because I'm like a chicken with its head cut off down here. I have no idea what anything is anymore. But the crew were absolutely amazing and very patient with me. And then once I'm on a cart, I'm fine. But in the galley, it's a bit all over the shop. But it went really well. And it's about 7:30 now, Brisbane time. I quickly just went to the shops to get some food for breakfast tomorrow. And I will wake up at about 7:30 tomorrow morning to get ready for the flight to head to Singapore. I cannot wait. It turns out that Sophie has been called to go to Singapore via Sydney, so we'll be able to meet up there. It's a lot of S's right now when I've got my plate in. But yeah, so I'm gonna meet up with Sophie in Singapore, and it's only her second time there. So I'm very excited to show her around a bit and hopefully get some chili crab. But yeah, it should be a great layover, and I cannot wait to land. And we've got a slip. So I did actually film last night when we got into Brisbane, but I'm not sure if it's going to end up in this video or not, because basically everything I was talking about kind of changed. So it's talking about how I'm off to Singapore early this morning, and Sophie got called out to do the Singapore via Sydney, so we're going to meet up in Singapore together, and it was going to be awesome because our flights landed at basically the same time. It was also only her second time in Singapore, so we were excited. But just like I got a slip under my door, Sophie also got one under her door this morning. So mine's pretty good. I just have a 3.5 hour delay. So yeah, if you guys have watched my other videos, if you get a slip under your door, it means like you have a flight change, or your wake up call is changing, something like that. So mine's pretty good. My trip hasn't really changed very much. I still get 22 hours in Singapore, which is amazing. And it's just been changed. I think it says because of mechanical issues on the plane that they're just fixing. It's just taking longer to come out of the hangar. So that's all right. I was planning to get up a lot earlier this morning. I managed to sleep in a little bit more. And now I'm just gonna go for a run before the flight. So yeah, not too much has changed for me. However, Sophie did get changed quite a lot out of Sydney today. She was meant to go to Singapore and then have a short layover back in Sydney on the way home. Now she's going to Santiago for 97 hours, and she'll have another layover in Sydney on the way home. So we will not be meeting in Singapore. And apparently it's a bit crazy at the moment. There's a lot of disrupt and stuff throughout the network, so people are getting turned and things like that. So I'm kind of hoping this is the last change that I have for this trip, because I do need to get back. I actually have a doctor's appointment booked and I need to pick up my new passport, which I was trying to do before the trip, but the timing didn't work out. So I'm getting a little bit nervous to that, because I am getting down to 6 months validity, which does stop you from like being allowed to enter a lot of countries. That is a requirement. So really hoping that my trip doesn't get extended. Just hoping it's going to stay the same, but fingers crossed. It's looking like a beautiful day in Brisbane, so this run at least should be extremely nice. Can't wait. So I've just got back to my hotel room after my nice run/walk this morning. I still have about an hour before I have to start getting ready for the flight, so I think I'm just gonna read my book and eat some breakfast. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I did end up having longer here in Brisbane than anticipated. I ended up having about 20 hours, which has been really, really nice. So yeah, it's a beautiful day outside, so just gonna chill out in my room, have some breakfast, and then start getting ready for the flight. And yeah, excited to land into Singapore. Today for my breakfast, I picked up some melon and some oats, like always. So I've just pretty much finished getting ready. It is 11:30. I don't actually have to be downstairs till like 12-ish. So yeah, I can just kind of chill out a little bit before the flight. I always like getting ready early, because then I don't know, I hate being rushed, and I like to like triple check my hotel room to make sure I haven't forgotten anything or anything like that. But I think we're looking at about a 7-hour flight time, which is nice. And yeah, it should be a good flight. I'm really, really excited to land. I'm just ready to go. I have had a beautiful morning here in Brisbane, like I always do. But yeah, I'm just ready for this flight. Ready to be in economy again, actually. I had a really good time on my flight yesterday, and I hope my crew are patient again with me today, not knowing where anything is and everything. But I'm sure they'll be lovely. And yeah, let's go to Singapore. Hey guys, so I have just arrived in Singapore. The flight was super nice. It was really nice and quick compared to what I'm used to, which was really beautiful. The crew were absolutely amazing in economy. They were definitely patient with me, but they were really supportive and incredible. And turns out we actually changed hotels here in Singapore. So let's check out this room. It's bathroom and the main room. They love giving me 2 beds. Good morning from Singapore. So I've gotten up super early this morning, which is crazy because I did not sleep that much last night. We ended up actually being 3 hours delayed. So we got in late. And yeah, I have not slept that much, but I've been up since 5:30 because I'm just on New Zealand time, so I've just given up. But if you've seen any of my Singapore vlogs before, you know exactly where I'll be going for breakfast. Toast box. I'm so excited for it. I'm always so excited for it. So I'm ready for that. It is a bit rainy today, but honestly, I'm still just gonna head out because I just love it here. So I think my plan is just to go for breakfast, and I'm just going to read my book there for a little bit, and then I'm going to go to Gardens by the Bay and just go for a walk around before it gets too hot, and hopefully before it starts raining like this afternoon. And then I'm going to go for a walk to one of the Innisfree shops. It's been a while since I've been using Korean beauty products, but I'm just going to go have a look. Yeah, and see if there's anything that tickles my fancy. And then after that, I'm probably just going to get some lunch, and then I'm hopefully going to sleep before the flight, because if I'm up from now, my wake-up call isn't actually until about 5:30. So that's 12 hours of being awake before an overnight flight, which I just think is dumb. So I'm definitely going to have a try and have a nap before the flight, and hopefully I will be able to, or it's going to be a rough one. But I think it will be fine. But yeah, I'm excited for another trip here in Singapore. So I'm on my way to Marina Bay Sands and Gardens by the Bay. I've never seen it, but a train station is lovely. Okay, so I'm definitely glad that I came out early because it is boiling and I am melting already and it's only 9:37. So I think that was definitely the right decision. It is meant to rain a bit later, so hopefully it's going to cool down a bit. And I'm going to get a drink when I get back to the MRT station. But, whew, girl is hot. Hey guys, so I've just got back to my room. I went out again to meet some friends from Korea that just were coincidentally here. So I just went and got a drink with them, just like a coffee. And I have just picked up a salad that looks really good for lunch and a Milo because I get obsessed with it while I'm here for some reason. So I'm going to eat that. I have my wake up call in about 3.5 hours. So I'm going to eat and try and have a nap before the flight because I didn't sleep very well last night. It's been a short but sweet stay in Singapore. I feel like I've been going non-stop since I kind of like woke up this morning, but hopefully that's going to knock me out so I can have a nap and be rested for the flight. But yeah, I'm just gonna chill out now and I'll check in with you guys later. So this will be my last time reporting to you guys from Singapore. I've just finished getting ready for the flight. I could only get maybe like a 1 hour nap in and I woke up feeling so sick. I just think I like went too hard today, like out in the heat, and I didn't sleep well, as I said, so I think it was a bit too much for my body. So I ended up spending too much money on room service, like you always do on room service, and stuffing my face with a club sandwich, which was actually really good. I think I needed it because my body felt like it was getting life breathed back into it after I ate, which is really good. So I think that's going to give me the power and the energy to get through this flight home. But again, I'm hoping for a quick flight time. The supervisor on the flight said last time he had one of 6.5 hours, so I would love if it's like 6.5, 7 hours home. That would be amazing because we are flying overnight and I think we land into Brisbane maybe at like 5:30 in the morning or such. So we'll really love getting in there and having a big sleep. I then have about 50 hours in Brisbane, so I'm just planning to go for a run and just really relax, to be honest. I think just get back into the gym and running and eating healthy and all of that boring stuff. So you guys probably won't have that much footage from Brisbane, but yeah, I will have 50 hours there to enjoy before heading back to Auckland, which I am definitely excited for. Good morning, guys. It is actually day 2 for me here in Brisbane. I landed yesterday morning at about 6 a.m. Honestly, I was so exhausted yesterday. I hardly did anything. I went to the grocery store and then I pretty much just laid in bed all day and I went and met Caitlin for some dinner down by the river. But that was honestly it. I was really tired after the flight and honestly I have not been feeling very well this trip. So yeah, my plan today is just to go for a run around the river and take it quite easy. I also just need to go into the city and pick up some foundation, but I'm just not going to put any pressure on myself because I'm not feeling very well. And yeah, just rest up before my flight home tomorrow. So I have just about got finished getting ready for my flight. I've just made some oats and a cup of tea. And I'm going to quickly eat before I head downstairs for this last flight home. I am really exhausted this trip. I don't know what is going on with me. Apart from going for a run and a walk around the river, I did nothing yesterday. I was just so tired. I spent like the whole day in bed and I kept falling asleep. I guess I've just been quite busy lately and it's really caught up with me on this trip. So, and I just did not sleep well in Singapore. So I think that's all it is, but I've just been really exhausted. So sorry, it was a bit of a boring layover here in Brisbane, but I have been here many times before and I still did what I loved, which is to walk around the river. But anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed coming with me on this 6-day trip. Where we went to Brisbane and Singapore and Brisbane again. It just gives you a little bit more of an insight about how like usually what we work and how many hours we get in layover, and things like that. So I think you haven't, like, I hope you have enjoyed it. If you do, please like leave comments, let me know what you guys want to see, and things like that. But for now, I will see you next time. I have something exciting coming up in my next video, something a bit different. So I hope you guys will be looking forward to that. And I will see you later.